Well then, it's been a while since I've recorded an episode of this, so I'm going to enjoy it, and I'll make sure of that. So and welcome, my name is Yuusha, and welcome back to the letter. Now last time you may remember that we have now finished Zachary's part of this game so far, and now we are on to Marianne, who I hope is going to have an interesting route, because we're about to go even further to it. Our relationship, as of course, stands as so as for her hating Isabella completely. And, an email from the rightful question from the thing. Yep, we've already remembered that one. And, well, here we go then. Here we start Marianne's story. Ikimishoka. It's a good thing that the nearest pub is close by, I think that was. God damn it. So you think that the nearest pub is just a hop and a skip and a jump from here? Sorry about that. The Galway Shoal, as it is called by those who frequented the place, is the only decent Irish pub in this country. Okay. You can pretty much tell that someone is new if they call it by its official name, the Cruel Bar. My home away from home ever since I moved to Luxbourne. Well, that is when I'm not cooped up in my condo and working anyway. It has good alcohol, good company, and thank God and Saint Silica, good music. Yeah, I'm digging this jazz. Have a listen. Yeah, that's nice. Crowd favourites like the Bossy Noise, the Highway Whistlemen, and the Second Fusion Orchestra are often played. Not to mention the singing. I love singing. Anyone could just break out into drinking song, and the others in the pub were just wonderful that they'd start singing along. And doing so while intoxicated is the best way to go about it. Hey, it's a win-win as long as I don't puke in the middle of the chorus, and as long as I can get home in one piece at the end of the day. And tonight is karaoke night. Better time then to try and sing all my worries away. That's why I'm intoxicated. That's what my intoxicated brain tells me.
The ghost of guilt and sorrow remembers who I am, and in the prison of my heart.
That was actually a really good singing voice as well. But drinking only reminds me of my home, and the thought of home makes me think of her. Her? Marianne?
In the depths of my cold soul, I'll leave the burden and despair.
It makes me nauseous. It sickens me that the smallest reminder of her can cause me such
I'll
grief.
fight for what's worth fighting for.
I think she's crying in that picture.
Forget the fear, forget the rest.
Of course, that might be the booze. That might just be the booze. Any other day, I would have scolded myself for drinking
I
so much.
lied to the Lord, I lied to myself, I lied to you and everyone I care, until there were no more lies to tell.
But I already have a client, and we'll be having our first little meet and greet in a few days.
Cowardice is easier than being brave, but at last I found the strength I lost to sing my love letter to you.
Jesus, the actress really does have a
'Cause
voice.
people
Well
can
done.
lie, but my lone heart beats true.
I want to at least enjoy this night, get the hangover tomorrow, get over the hangover tomorrow, and return to being a prim and proper professional after.
That song was for Cam, our lucky bride to be. So give her a hand, Galway shawl.
Considering the state I'm in, what can excuse my smug grin as cheers and applause rise among the pub's nations? Because, possibly off-key public singing aside, I feel like I'm on top of the world right now, and that's a good reason as any to belt out in front of these strangers. With good drinks and good friends, there's nowhere else I'd rather be tonight. And I forget for a short while.
And that song was brought to you by Marianne McCullough, everyone! A round of applause!
That was so,
So
good.
that's our friends
You
as well.
rock, Marianne.
Oh, please
That's Cam.
stop. You're just saying that.
You know neither of us can
Fair
hold
enough.
a tune, Marianne. A toast to our shameless drunk singer. May your drinks forever flow and your notes be ever lovely.
If anyone deserves a toast tonight, that's Cam. Finally sealed the deal after 3 years, eh?
Read 'em and weep, bitches.
Kamala's diamond engagement ring gleams as she holds up for the world to see. Yeah, it is. I did get it right. Cam's on the right and Horan's on the left. If that's the right. No, Cam's on the left. Oh, bollocks, I screwed it. I'm sorry. She has reasons to be proud. 3 years of living together and her boyfriend finally asked her the big question. Obviously, she said yes.
Don't get too attached to that ring or the one after, sweetie. I was wearing a wedding ring not so long ago and look at where I am. But enough of me being a downer. Cheers to a happy engagement!
Of course, if something like Karen's divorce were to happen, I'd be there for Cam. Just as Cam had been there for me, acting more than just my yoga instructor. Wait, what? Cam's their yoga instructor? God damn. I can't be happier for my friend right now.
Cheers! Cheers!
Well, we both were there for Cam, weren't we? Harana and I? Harana, it's been a real bad year for her ever since her divorce. She's such a nice person, even loaning me money to her open a studio. She didn't deserve what her husband had pulled. I'm happy she's smiling again and pigging out like she used to. I think we've all missed our Japanese firecracker. We met in a yoga class, something I joined to keep myself in shape and, well, honestly, so that I can make friends when I had moved to Luxbourne. Okay, this isn't these two are going to be related somehow in some way later on. Probably when it starts getting creepy. Clearly it worked like a charm. It definitely didn't have anything to do with the fact that I brought along my lucky D20 die with me the first day. No, sir. Why have you got a D20 die? You got to roll for perception? I love these girls so much.
What about you, Marianne? You're 30 years old and you still haven't got yourself a man.
And you guys know I have a very busy schedule. I don't have time for that.
God
Oh, come on! That's a lame excuse and you know it! You need a man who'll take care of you and you need it now! Maybe some hunk who'll be your house hubby while you rake in the dough.
I'm quite capable of taking care of myself. Who needs a Mr. Right?
I don't think they realise that she might be a lesbian.
Hey, look at me. I'm Marion McCullough, a lawful neutral cleric with 9 points in wisdom and 8 in charisma, but I can't get myself a date.
I mentioned druids and demons once. Yeah, nice cover-up. Ones they don't even know the rules or understand what the numbers mean. And I certainly am not some sort of holy person. I'm a far cry from a miracle worker, and I barely have the willpower to fight off demons. Especially my own.
Actually, maybe she isn't looking for a Mr. Right, but a Mrs. Right.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my Marianne, we still love you even if you're in the closet.
Oh.
That would explain some things. How do you know you don't have a ring anymore? Maybe you two can be together and I don't have to worry about my best girls being alone.
Damn.
What are you on about? There's nothing to explain.
But the more I deny it aloud, and they tease until the other people in the pub start to watch. Doesn't help at all when Harana drapes her arm over my shoulder during the
Will I
meeting.
be all yours then? Will you be making me feel like a woman?
Jesus. I know that they're just kidding around, but this doesn't make me comfortable in the slightest. So when Kamala notices my stance and Harana sees the expression on my face, they stop. And when the awkward air settles over us, the rest of the pub go back to whatever they were doing before the whole thing ever happened. They probably won't even remember it when they wake up with massive hangovers anyway.
Sorry.
Me too.
Hey, no hard feelings, right?
It's fine, don't worry, I raise my glass. They smile. We drink. There's no need to say more. We're all definitely far too drunk right now. Eventually the fun times end. It is a weekday after all. Of Harana being a nurse, she still has to get ready for her next shift. Cam also has a loving fiance waiting for her at home and really didn't have to make a fuss about having left some buns in the oven when she took off early. Really, I understand. I was the one who insisted, who was determined to get pissed drunk anyway. Moving to the bar I sit, alone at last. Alone with a stranger. Oh, what are you doing here, Luke? I haven't seen him here before. Obviously not a regular, but hasn't said a word and just sits there, savouring his drinks. With his whiskey served neat in one hand and a lighter in the other. It doesn't seem like he's noticed me yet. Maybe I should go before he looks my way. Because he was pretty and he was blonde. And those two things plus alcohol never did me any good. I thought too late. Oh no. That leer, it's like... Hi. Judging by the way his flushed face and the dazed look in his eyes, he's as pissed and drunk as I am. But whereas I feel like keeling over, he looks like he's still ready to take the catwalk by storm. Really, he has the air of those men who think they own the world.
Hello there, sexy. Please don't stand up on my account. I already like what I see. Fancy a drink? It'll be on me.
Then again, I might be pleasantly surprised if he proves me wrong.
Want some between the sheets? Sex on the beach? I'm talking cocktails, of course.
Fat chance. It doesn't matter, we both know how to play this game. And there are two different ways for the night to end. One thing or another is going to happen. The question is, what do I want
Oh
to do?
no, that's fine. I'd rather order some blue balls or some AMF if you don't mind.
Jesus. It looks like he's about to say some witty retort, but stops himself and downs the rest of his whiskey. That's a very weird whiskey, I must say there. Seems a bit too red? I order a mint julep and he gets another whiskey, and we start the customary small talk. Of course, the saying, ask me no questions and I'll tell you no lies, goes without saying. We ask nothing about each other, offering up falsehoods to establish a strenuous fake connection between two strangers at a pub, if only to pass the time. Whisky, as I have come to call him, is supposedly 21 years old, single, takes care of his sick mother, and is a manager of sorts. Luke, come on! Manager of what? I didn't care to listen to the details. Meanwhile, Mint, as he likes to come to call me, is 29 and I'm... What did I say I was again? Oh yes, I told him that I was a professional chocolate taster. Because fuck it. I'm going to lie about what my job is. Might as well make it fun. Just pretty decent chat between two pretty drunk strangers. And maybe it's just me, but we might as fucking well expend the tiniest amount of efforts in pretending there's something meaningful in this meeting. Would have been nice too if it was just left at that. But during a lull in the conversation, he brings it up.
No? I've never been with a woman taller than me.
I think he might have been different from the rest.
Never have and never will. Whiskey? Can we go back to the history of chocolates? Did you know that chocolate candy was introduced in 19th century England as a healthier alternative to alcohol?
Yep. St. Lisa was the most beautiful woman of her time. She had men come to her four corners of the world just to see the pure light of her exquisite green eyes. If she was so lucky, anyway.
No, enough of the history lesson. Come on, Mint. You know and I know what you came here for.
Though not every suitor was gallant and he was no fool. She had known that sooner or later she would be able to defend her chastity.
Come on. There must be something that gets you going.
So she had taken out a knife and gouged out her own eyes.
There is something, but I don't think you can handle it.
So this is happening behind Hannah's back as well. I thought he was trying to be friends with her. Shit! Impressed with her devotion. God restored her eyes and made them more beautiful than before. He has a peculiar sense of humour, hasn't he? Because that only meant suitors kept going after Lucy, and she kept her eyes in a chalice to scare them away.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I can handle whatever it is.
Saint Lucy, help me. Help me turn away from sin. Help me with my own
My
blindness.
place isn't too far from here. I won't take care of you if it
Marianne,
ends
what
up
are you
being too much for
doing?
you. And no one will be able to hear you if you try to scream. You sure you want to go down that road, pretty boy?
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Shit! Oh dear! Okay. Oh! Marianne went to the Crowbar, also known as the Galway Shawl by its patrons, for a night out and her close friends Karen, Hannah, Wilder, and Stramer, who she only referred to as Whisky. In turn, she was called Mint. The best thing about having my condo so close to the pub is the ease of access. As long as I can still stand and walk, I can make it home. Maybe I'd need help from a kind neighbour or two to help me with the last leg if I've really gone overboard on the alcohol. But I always made it home. Sometimes with company. Of course, that always comes with complications, especially with the real clingy ones. But it isn't anything a good tip about stalkers that the building security can't fix. I'm always nervous though, even if this isn't the first time I've done this. And the first few minutes when we enter my room are the first few agonizing minutes when I try not to panic. Okay, Max, so far so good. Don't let him smell your fear under all that liquid courage. He'll leave sooner or later, and I'll have to see him, and I'll never have to see him again, just like every other man before him. I like to say to myself that the men I've brought to my place were more scared than I was. Yet there is no fear when I look into Whisky's eyes, only delight. When he starts touching me, I don't even hesitate when I push him against the door. Roughness is to be expected. Oh. I need to see through this for the utmost quality. I need to prepare this better. And as long as he sticks to the script, everything will go smoothly. Well, after our little tumble in the sheets, he'll leave, we'll forget about it. If somebody asked what I really wanted, I would have told them that I wanted a bed of roses, chocolates and music, maybe in an Irish castle. But all I really want is her. And that's never going to be a reality. She's on about Cam. She's in love with Cam. Oh! That was my fault, of course. Because I was afraid. Because I was a coward. I would never hold a candle up to her. She was the light of my life. And I'd let her go. Can't even be bothered at the thought of her. Just a single thought of her makes my resolve to see this affair through waver.
Wait.
What is it now?
Yes, what is it now? Oh my god. Oh, what do I choose? Oh, I hate Luke as it is already. But I want this to become interesting at the same time. But if I cut it off here, oh. Oh god, this is horrid. I'm gonna go nothing, never mind.
Nothing, never mind.
Ooh, god, that's a harsh drop. Tell of it, it doesn't matter. I'm just doing this for the exact same reason. I brought a man home before, and the one before that. I didn't care about any of them. They're all nothing. Less than nothing. Part for air, and he all but rips my belt off without even bothering to take off his own jacket. We somehow make it safely into my bed, and I don't even feel it as he pins me. Oh shit! Way ho! Do I need to censor this? Do I have to? I mean, there's no direct nudity, but we all know what's going on. It is about punishment. There is nothing gentle about the kiss between us. Sword, tongue, teeth, and roaming hands. There is no passion, only a need. I don't know about him, but I'm not doing this to feel good. I'm not some nymphomaniac who gets wet at the thought of bringing random strangers to my place for a lay. It's ridiculous how, under the professional facade I like to put up, I do these sordid things. Do you know what's the amazing thing? For every single choice with Luke so far, I've made all of them bad. Every single one so far. If any of my clients can see the Miriam McCullough now, all boozed up and having rough sex with some bloke from the bar, well, that's none of their fucking business, really. But still, everything after is a drunken blur. Not that there's much to remember in the first place. Jesus. These one-night stands were always the same, empty meaningless sex. Flesh coming together, smelling of booze and sweat.
Mother of God, pray for us sinners.
I'm too busy trying to remember her, touching her hands, chewing it all. Trying to remember her lips that kissed me. How can I remember something that never happened? She's a fantasizer. When all's said and done, all he have to say
You were
is...
saying something while we were at it. What were you mumbling?
It was a prayer.
Like, oh God, fuck me? I like it.
I thought he was going to go, I like it, but he went, I like it. No, it was a real prayer. Prayer for forgiveness, because as I lie down on my bed while he gets up to leave, I can feel sins crawling on my back like spiders, filling me with their venom. I feel an itch that made me want to scratch my skin until it bleeds, while my heart pounds in my ears. I Can't even register what Whisky says when he whispers his goodbye.
Thanks for the good time, Marianne.
What? He knew who I was. Fuck! He knew who we were! You sly bastard! Oh, no! Oh, no! Ooh. I didn't think that would be a bad choice. I'm going to be right out honest now, and I did not think that would be the bad choice. I thought, okay, let him do what he wants and goes. Because she said she's done it multiple times before, but I felt like if I went, no way, it probably... Well, Luke's insane as is. We all know he's insane, but I thought that would have made it a minus. I need to reverse my thinking sometimes. Because, good God, it's not good for me. Whew. Anyway, I've got to end off this episode here. Well, that's an interesting beginning to Marianne's side of the story, and it's not going to be very forgiving by the looks of it. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you want any more from me, and I shall see you in the next video. Solid job, guys, and they'll always, and make sure you are ready for some, and prepare for more quality in time. There we go. I know I'm changing the outro a bit, I'm just seeing how it goes. I think that just has a nice ring to it, okay? And I love using a monocle for it.